Recently, the Bihar government on the 21st of November 2023 issued the Gazette notification for the two quota bills after Governor signed the Bihar Reservation of Vacancies in Posts and Services for SC, ST, EBC and OBC Amendment Bill and the Bihar in Admission in Educational Institutions Reservation Amendment Bill 2023 paving the way for increase in quota from the existing 50% to 65%. Background: after the release of Caste-Based Survey 2022, the state government has decided to increase the reservation quota for SC, ST, EBC and backward castes in educational institutions and public jobs in proportion to the increase of their population. As a response to the pressing need for social upliftment and inclusivity, it has decided to raise the quota of reservation in Bihar from 50% to 65%. Historically marginalized communities, including ST, SC, and OBC groups, have faced systemic discrimination and limited access to resources, education, and opportunities. The government is aiming at bridging this gap through greater reservation, providing these communities with a more equitable framework for their development. Key provisions of Bihar Reservation Amendment Bill. According to the legislation, named the Bihar Reservation Amendment Bill, quota for extremely backward class, EBC, will be raised from the existing 18% to 25%, for backward class, BC, from 12% to 18%, for scheduled caste, SC, from 16% to 20%, and for scheduled tribe, ST, the quota will be doubled, from 1% to 2%. The existing 3% reservation for BC women has been scrapped. The 10% EWS quota has been earmarked for the poor among the general category and it has not changed. The total quota limit will be effectively up to 75% now and 25% will remain unreserved. The pattern for reservation quota has been fixed as per reservation in government jobs for these castes. Concern regarding the amendment. Issue of caste-based mobilization. There is a risk that political parties or caste groups will take the slogan to mean specific caste-based mobilization, formation of caste identities. Increasing the ceiling of the reservation will lead to further popularization of caste identities in a fragmented polity. Exploitation for electoral politics. There may be potential that people, political parties, or individuals with vested interests will exploit this for electoral politics. Challenges in defining OBC. OBC are an administrative category and encompasses diverse castes, necessitating subcategorization with conceptual ambiguities. Thus, challenges may arise in defining OBC. Political and social implications. Subcategorization may have political repercussions and prompt debates on the inclusion of certain castes. Reservation policy in India. Reservation in India is a constitutional provision aimed at amending literal shafts faced by certain communities and ensuring their representation in educational institutions and government jobs. The policy seeks to level the playing field by reserving a specific chance of seats for socially and economically underprivileged groups. The British colonial government introduced some reservation elements in the early 20th century, but it was only after independence in 1947 that reservations were enshrined in the Indian Constitution. The Constitution provides reservations for SC, ST in government jobs and educational institutions. Constitutional provisions in India. Article 15, 4. This article enables the government to make special provisions for advancing any socially and educationally backward class of citizens or for the scheduled castes and the scheduled tribes. Article 16, 4. This article enables the government to make reservations for appointments or posts in favor of any backward class of citizens, which, in the government's opinion, is not adequately represented in the services under the state. Article 330. This article reserves seats for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in the Lok Sabha. Article 332. This article reserves seats for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in the state legislative assemblies. Amendment to increase reservation for ST, SC, and OBC communities to 65% marks a remarkable walk towards social inclusivity and empowerment. This progressive move has the implicit to transfigure the lives of millions of individualities who have long been denied equal openings. It signifies the government's commitment to fostering a more just and inclusive society. By furnishing better access to education and employment, This decision can turn the drift for marginalized communities in Bihar and set a precedent for other countries to follow. Eventually, the increased reservation share paves the way for a brighter future, where every citizen can realize their full eventuality and contribute to the nation's growth.